Okay, today I'm going to be reading you a book called ABC and Cook With Me by Kendall Maldon. Right. First page talks about the author. Kendall's a lifelong North Carolina resident. She was born and raised in a small town called Randleman. She's a bookworm, lover of all animals, avid traveler, and amateur chef. She's in her last year of the elementary education program at Pfeiffer University and hopes to teach second grade after graduating. Here's a picture. Okay. The next page is the dedication page. The book is dedicated to her sweet Addie Grace, littlest kitchen helper, avid taste tester, and maker of the best kitchen set cupcakes in the world. Aunt Nindle loves you, and your help means the world. Never lose your desire to help others, sweet girl, and always be true to yourself. Here's a picture. Okay. All right, we're going to talk about cooking. So, the first page is A is for age. To age food means that people are purposely allowing food to get older in controlled ways. Aging is a very important step in the cooking process. Many meats and cheeses need to be aged in order to get the correct flavor, texture, and quality. This picture. Okay. Next page. B is for blend. To blend food means to add 1, 2, 3, or more ingredients into a blender and combine them to make an all-new creation. Blending is the #1 way to make many things. Blending makes smoothies, milkshakes, and other yummy combinations. Picture.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. C is for cure. To cure food means to preserve food by treating it in one of many ways. Some examples of curing food are smoking, pickling, corning, and salt curing. Each method of curing can create a different type of food, but the main thing is that is cured are meats. Some examples of cured meats are pepperoni, salami, and bacon. This picture.
Didn't know that.
Didn't know that. Okay. All right. D is for drain. Draining food is an important step when you are cooking. You can drain grease off of meat or water off of noodles, for example. This step is important because too much water or oil can create a different consistency or taste than originally intended. This picture. E is for emulsify. To emulsify means to combine two liquids, which would normally not go together. In order to combine the two liquids, you add one to the other while using a whisk to stir rapidly. The best example of emulsification is to combine oil and water. Several well-known products are the result of emulsification. The best examples are mayonnaise and Italian dressing. Sure. Okay. F is for fry. Frying is a method of cooking where food is submerged in hot oil or fat. The food is cooked at a specific set temperature to ensure food is cooked thoroughly. The best way to fry foods is to use a machine called a deep fryer. There are several types of fried food, but the most known and popular are French fries or fried chicken. Okay. Next, G is for grate. To grate means to reduce a large chunk of food into smaller pieces by rubbing it against a coarse surface to break it up. There are two methods for grating. One way is to use a grater, and another is to use a food processor with the correct blades. Food needs to be firm to be grated. Cheese can be grated to create shredded cheese. Cabbage can also be grated to create coleslaw. There are many other fruits and vegetables that can be grated. Picture. H is for whole. To hoil means to remove the outer layer or leafy green tops of fruits or vegetables. This is usually done in order to cook or serve these items. Some foods that are usually whole prior to eating them include carrots, strawberries, and different seeds or nuts. Okay. I is for infuse. To infuse an ingredient means to extract the flavor of one ingredient and then add it into another ingredient by infusing the extracted ingredients. A good example of infusion is tea. Whenever you add a tea bag to boiling water, you are infusing the tea's flavor into the water. You can also infuse the flavor of fruit into water. Okay. J is for jelly. To gel means to solidify or thicken a liquid or juice that is normally done by adding gelatin to the substance. The best examples of this are jelly, which we use on sandwiches, toast, and biscuits. Another good example of this is Jell-O. This yummy treat contains gelatin, which gives the jiggly, thick texture. Picture of some jam. Okay. K is for knead. Kneading is a process we use in which we press and fold a substance, normally dough. This process helps to give dough a smoother consistency to prepare it for use. We knead dough in order to make pizza and many different types of breads. Without kneading, breads, pastries, and other doughs would be flat and tough rather than airy, chewy, and light like they should be. Picture someone kneading some dough. Okay. L is for leaven. Leaven is an agent which is used to help bread or dough to rise. These agents also create gas that lightens the dough or batter. Popular leavening agents include baking soda and baking powder. These agents are used in recipes for cookies, cakes, and bread. Some baking powder and baking soda. Okay. M is for marinate. To marinate means to give the flavor of a marinade to a food. This requires the food to soak in the mixture for some time. This is also usually used for flavor purposes, but it can also be used to tenderize a cut of meat. There are several well-known foods that are marinated before they are cooked or eaten. Steaks are a popular meat that is marinated for both flavor and many times to tenderize the meat as well. Dressed steak. Oh, that's good. N is for noodle. A noodle is any type of pasta that is made using flour, water, and sometimes egg. You can use a pasta maker to create noodles from the thin dough, or you can do so completely by hand. There are a variety of noodles. Some of these are spaghetti noodles, elbow macaroni, which is used in macaroni and cheese, and farfalle, which is often called bow ties because of their appearance. It's a noodle maker.
Looks pretty cool.
Noodle maker. I had to use one of those in class one time. O is for organic. The term organic refers to a product that is grown naturally without the use of chemicals, pesticides, fertilizers, or growth hormones. Organic products are considered to be much healthier. Fruits and vegetables are one of the products that can be organic. These are usually separate from the non-organic, much smaller in quantity, and usually more expensive in price. Fruits and veggies. I thought they were cute. Okay. P is for pare. To pare something means to peel away the outer layer before cooking or eating the product. This is usually done with fruits and vegetables. You can pare an object by using a vegetable peeler, a knife, or sometimes by hand with certain fruits. The peel from oranges will make you have a tummy ache, so it is usually removed before consumption. Potato skins may be removed before making mashed potatoes, fries, or chips. That's all the different ones. There's a knife one, the potato peeler to peel the potato, and then you can peel a banana by hand. Okay. All right. Q is for quadriller. Quadriller is a term that refers to the crisscross markings that occur on broiled or grilled foods. This pattern is made when the food makes contact with extremely hot single grill bars. Some food that we see this on are hamburgers or hot dogs when they are being grilled. Grilled chicken or pork also have these patterns. Even some vegetables, such as corn, get these marks when grilled. It's a little grill with some stick, and you can see the grill marks on it. Okay. All right. R is for recipe. A recipe is a set of instructions on how to prepare, season, and mix a dish, food, or drink. Recipes are a precise set of ingredients, the amount of each needed, and how to combine and cook these ingredients. A recipe is followed for many different reasons and can be adjusted to fit the cook's desires or needs. We follow recipes to learn how to bake cakes, cook vegetables, and mix ingredients. So, recipe book. Okay. S is for steam. Steaming is a method of cooking in which food is cooked in high heat using steam. Steam is the byproduct of heating water to extreme highs. This is a healthy alternative to frying foods. Vegetables are most likely of foods to be steamed. Commonly, broccoli and carrots are steamed rather than boiling, while squash and okra are steamed to avoid frying. You see a little steamer? Little steamer. You see the broccoli and the carrots. Okay. T is for thinning. Thinning is a process by which cooks thin the consistency of liquid by adding more liquid to the mixture. This liquid is most usually water. This process is used when making gravies, sauces, and other foods. You can add water, broth, or other ingredients used to make up the product. Little gravy boat with some gravy. Alrighty. U is for ultra-pasteurized. To pasteurize means to heat a product to a degree that is high enough to kill any bacteria so the product is safe for consumption. This is the same idea with ultra-pasteurization. With ultra, the product, most commonly milk, is heated a high degree of at least 280 degrees Fahrenheit for a few seconds, and then subsequently it is chilled quickly. This is a much shorter than regular pasteurization, but the high temperature is more lethal to bacteria. Little gallon of milk, little cow. He's holding his milk. V is for vegetable shortening. Vegetable shortening is vegetable oil that has been hydrogenated so that it is solid fat. It's 100% fat with no water, milk fat, or other solids added in. This substance is used in a variety of ways. It's used for baking pie crust to help avoid air pockets, baking cakes because it helps to keep them soft, and most popularly is used to fry meat, especially chicken. That's a little vegetable shortening. Back there in the back, little vegetable shortening. Okay, next. W is for whisk. A whisk is a cooking tool that is used to mix ingredients together. This tool is usually used in order to create a smooth blend or to incorporate air into the mixture to increase volume. A whisk is used to make a variety of different foods. Whisks are used to mix all types of batters, gravies, and a variety of sauces such as barbecue sauce. So whisk in the bowl. Okay. X is for XXX, XXXX, and 10x. This refers to the numbers found on the back of a bag or box of container of confectioner's sugar. This number refers to how many times the sugar inside has been ground. This determines how fine a sugar will be. If the number is 10x, then the sugar has been ground 10 times and will be much finer than a bag that says 5x. Some sugar pictures. All different types. They got cubed sugar, which is much thicker, and then there's powdered sugar and just regular sugar like we use in tea. Okay. Y is for yeast. Yeast is an ingredient that is added into many bread recipes. This ingredient causes carbon dioxide bubbles to get trapped by gluten in the bread, causing the bread to rise. There are a few different varieties of yeast and we can use when cooking. There is active dry yeast, compressed yeast, or quick rise yeast. Each type has a different job. You can see the little yeast bag right there, the little bag of yeast, and then the bread dough, and then the bread that it made in the end. Okay. All right. Z is for zest. Zest is the outer layer of peeling off citrus fruits. This is removed by peeling grated off the fruit. This part of the fruit holds all the oils and flavors of the fruit, so it is great to use when flavoring foods. Some fruits that are used for their zest are lemons, oranges, and limes. The zest of fruits is peeled decoratively or grated off to use within a recipe or as a garnish to add flavor. You see the little peels from the orange there. They peeled the orange's peel off and used it for decoration. All right, this is my bibliography. Tells you all my sources. I got my little books here. And then the end. The end. All right.
It's a great book.
That's all I got for you.